Welcome to Momentum Monday. Hi, I'm Dana Middleton, your host. Let's talk about the SAG-AFTRA strike, the writer strike, what that may mean to you, the uncertainty that it may be bringing up, and how we can reframe that and create some empowerment, even in this time that may feel really weird. If you haven't been through a strike before, then this is new. And SAG hasn't been on strike since 1980. So for a lot of you, it's very new. The Writers Guild, I went through that with my husband about 15 years ago or so, and that was fun. But we're back again. And there's certain things to keep in mind when you're on a picket line that I thought we could talk about today. And there are a couple of really great resources I wanted to recommend today. I got Jenna Doolittle's newsletter. If you haven't signed up for that today, just a plethora of strike information, and also, where you can work, how you can work, where you cannot. You can do audiobooks. There are different things that you can still do as an actor that you might need to get some clarity on. Also, certain grants and financial support. So there is support out there. I was on the picket line a couple of weeks ago with a friend. Like I said, my husband's in the Guild, and it was hot. So it's a lot to be out there doing this. It's worthwhile. It's really important, but it can, I don't want to say take a toll. That's not what I mean. It requires different energy from you. Let's put it that way. So be mindful. Jody Bentley, for instance, I think she at 10 o'clock Pacific today has something on Instagram that I'm sure will be very helpful about strike and more. So lots of coaches out there who are going to fill you in on the nuts and bolts of this today. And as long as we need to, I'm going to be your mindset coach about this, because there's a mindset that you want to take into this time. One aspect of that is not letting yourself fall to too much victim energy, because that, I think, can happen. The artist, is being victimized by the producers and and the powers that be. And yes, there need to be some corrections, and I don't need to get into all of that. You know what all of this is about. But in the meantime, while you're engaging here, I want to give you a couple of suggestions on how to keep your mindset really strong. And one of them is not to engage in kind of that hive mind victim energy, to instead go in with, yes, I'm doing something that's important, that I need to do, that we have to do, and see it working out well, right? See it working out on the other side of it. Kind of jump the fence and look at yourself when the strike is over, and say to yourself, how do I want to feel then? Almost look back and go like, oh, wow, that really worked out so well for us. I really want everybody to bring in energy right now that is almost like we've already won. We've already gotten everything we want. It worked out so great, and we're on the other side of this already. That's kind of a law of attraction thing. Go ahead and act like what you want has already happened. Because right now, it's in the fight stage, which is about, we don't have something, that we're in lack. And I know, like, if we're being, we're looking for evidence and what's happening in reality, sure, that's what's happening. But I want us to dig a little deeper and start tapping into feeling like, oh, wow, didn't that go great? Oh, wow, that was so worthwhile. That's a really wonderful energy that you can bring to the table that will actually help speed things up and bring a positive resolution. Another thing you can do during this time is, if you haven't yet, establish a daily practice. Something that makes you feel good. So you can wake up every morning and you feel like, okay, this is the way to start my day feeling empowered. Whether it's meditation, tapping, you can do affirmational tapping, which many of you have done with me before, and we're going to do some in just a few minutes. Whatever it takes to get you in that mindset so that you can start your day feeling good, feeling really good. You can do some mirror work. There's the great Louise Hay practice about looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. I really, really love you. I approve of you. Those kinds of things. So you're giving yourself these positive affirmations during this time where it can get a little unsteady. So that's just what I want to put out there. Let me know if that resonates, and maybe what your daily practice is. Let us know in the comments, and how you're going to keep yourself in a positive mindset during this time. Like, mind your mindset. That's really important in a time that feels so uncertain. So in our tap in a few minutes, we're going to tap on the uncertainty, but also reframe that to, hey, what if there are ways that we can really, really find our empowerment even now? Because, now is what we got. We got to lean into the now, and this is the now. So see yourself on the other side. See this being a positive experience, and which leads to a positive outcome. And in the meantime, who knows who you're going to meet on the picket line? I mean, I mean, you just don't know who's out there, who you might learn something from, who you might meet. It's an interesting place to be a part of your community. All right, so that's that today. So why don't we start doing some tapping about it? So you can come back to this if you're feeling a little bit wonky or feeling like you're not quite steady with this. Let's come back to tapping. When we tap, we're tapping on meridian points in our body to bring down the charge, right? To bring down our anxiety, to bring down our fears and doubts, and also to tap in, anchor in positive affirmations that can really serve you right now. So let's do it. Okay. So if you haven't done it before, just tap along with me. You'll see the tapping points. I'll call them out as we go on the first round, and then just follow along and see what comes up. Be very mindful. Pay attention to how you feel when we do these taps, because they will bring up the junk that doesn't really feel that good right now. All right. So take a breath and maybe tune in for just a second about what is going on inside. How does the strike, or maybe the uncertainty of it, make you feel? Where is that in your body? Take a breath. And then we're going to start on the karate chop point, using your 3 fingers here on either hand. It doesn't matter. And just start tapping gently and repeat after me. Even though I'm on strike, many of us on strike, and this feels like an uncertain time, I love and accept myself. Even though I have some anxiety and I'm not sure how to process it, I'm so glad I'm tapping right now. Even though I don't know how this is going to turn out, how long it's going to last. And that brings up some fear. I'm willing to breathe and just process whatever's coming up right now. All right, take a breath, and let's go to the eyebrow point. Now you're going to use these 2 fingers on the point right inside the eyebrow, and just keep repeating after me. Don't know how this is going to go. Outside the eye. Not sure how this is going to work out. Under the eye. I'm feeling some fear and uncertainty right now. Under the nose. Because of course I can. We don't know what's going to happen. On the chin. I'm a little scared. Under the collarbone. I've never been through this before, and I need to make a living. Middle of the chest. Yeah, I need to make a living. I need to be able to book jobs, and I can't. Under the arm. I feel like the strike puts my dreams on hold. Top of the head. And that makes me anxious to feel like my dreams are on hold. Okay, so that may be resonating with you. If it is, you might want to pause this at some point and do more tapping about the feelings that don't feel so good. But let's go ahead and try to reframe it a little bit. Find a way, to make a little space, create a little light here. Okay, so, but what if, right, this is going to go easier than we expect? what if I can be abundant anyway? What if I can be open to good things happening outside of my acting or writing right now? Or take the time to create something new that will be ready when the strike is done. I can get into some negative thinking or decide that it's going to be okay. In fact, I can see myself thriving when this strike ends. Well, where am I? Here I am. I have the power to thrive now. I can thrive in my mindset. I'm willing to create a mindset that really supports me now. And choose to feel good every day, no matter what's happening out there. I bring my brightest self to the picket line and everywhere else. I am open to receiving good wherever I go. And shining my light wherever I am. I am willing to see this working out great for me and everyone. Taking a big exhale. Letting myself thrive right now. Letting everything work out in ways that I can't even expect or imagine yet. Okay, take a breath. All right, that's just a little bit to get you kind of in that energy, stirring it up a little bit, seeing what's going on inside. Let me know if that resonated. Because there are lots of unknowns, there's lots of uncertainty. So when you're feeling that, you can just tap back and forth under your collarbone. This is called bilateral tapping, feeling the fear. Ooh, need to calm down. I feel so much uncertainty. Don't know what's happening. Oh, got a huge yawn. Okay, good. Yawning, if you yawned while you were tapping, it means that it actually is working and you're moving energy. And you want to keep that energy moving throughout this time, throughout your life, because when we suppress negative energy or fear energy, doubt energy, it just gets in there and it's going to at some point come up and mess around with us. So we want to process all these emotions that may come up, and you may have lots of different ones. So just be mindful. Like, I'm having an emotion. I'm having an emotion. Oh my gosh, I don't feel that good right now, or I feel a little afraid, or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is, just, what it is, just give it some attention. Doesn't have to be a lot of attention. 30 seconds sometimes is enough of tapping just to let that thing not get buried inside. And that's all you need to do. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. So great to see you today. Thanks for coming live. And if you're on the replay, great to see you here too. I will see you next Monday at 11:30 a.m. on Instagram, Pacific time, and then the following one for another Momentum Monday. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you soon.